It's been a while, but we are back. And we're back with a guest. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Bits and Pieces Gaming Podcast. I think this would be like episode 91 or something like that. I think we ended on episode 90. Me and Kate was there. It lasted for about 90 minutes-ish. You can check it out over on Spotify and other podcast platforms. Yeah, welcome in everybody to the Bits and Pieces Gaming Podcast. I'm once again I'm going to be joined by my co-host, Mrs. Bingley, Kate.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, whatever the time it is during the time in which we are watching this. If you're watching it live, of course, we record this live. But yes, hi Kate, how are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I am uncomfortably warm and ready for this heat to break. But apart from that, we are good.
I mean, yes, because now we're just doing this in, what would be, July? I can't remember the last time we did when it was, but it was probably a lot cooler than this. But yeah, it's been a very hot few weeks here recently. And it's just trying to cool down. It's like we've had some rain actually today. It's the first time as of this recording today it rained, and it cleared the air a little bit, which is nice, which is what people want. But I think we're going back into sort of like heat as well. It's just more humid, isn't it? That's what does it.
It really is. I got caught in the rain earlier today.
Oh no! I mean,
we went for a walk, and it was a big mistake. But the heat has now come back, and I've had to put my fan on once again.
Yes, I've literally just done the same. I've got the fan next to me, and like, okay, I need to. Hopefully it's a rechargeable one, so I'm hoping it's lasted because I can't remember the last time I charged it. To be fair, I normally.
Mine is a big floor one.
Yes. I remember actually you stayed because like since the last episode, I've come to see you guys up in York, which is just great. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of my favourite place to visit.
It is a place to be.
I mean, you know, it says the person who sort of lives up near that way. But yeah, still no. But then it genuinely is. It is good. But yeah, and we have. I must say, since the last episode, we was just a couple of us doing it, and like you know, we did usual sort of stuff, gaming topics and stuff like that. We never really did go into the news side of things. I don't think we need to go into it too much today, but if we do, then great. If there's anything that's newsworthy, we'll talk about it. But yeah, since we haven't had a guest in the last, I don't know when, however long it's been, but we have got a guest today by the names of Mumsy, who normally hangs out with us, and she's muted, so hopefully she can hear us and she can unmute herself. Unmute yourself, Mumsy. Yay! Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast then.
Been really good.
Yeah, as I say, it's like you know, there's two of us here, and like you know, you're like I don't know,
The third wheel.
or the elephant in the room.
There was no need.
Are you calling her fat, Steve?
I'm not.
He's not far
Did
wrong.
you hear that, Mumsy?
Someone who just never forgets to come out the van.
It's got nothing to do with that. I always forget.
No, you always forget to come out the van in Phasmo. I was kind of linking it. It was a weak link, but it was a link nevertheless.
You should have stuck with the 10-ton Tessie, mate. We would have been on the right path. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, how are you doing, Mumsy? Welcome into the Gaming Podcast. How are you? Hope
I'm good.
for those who don't know you, like, can we hear a little bit about you? Do you stream on Twitch? Do you not stream on Twitch? You used to, at least.
I did. I haven't streamed since October because I just don't have the time because I'm always working, doing stupid hours. But when I do play, I play with you guys, which is like probably once or twice a week if I get the chance. So yeah, I try and make that time.
Yeah,
But I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, so
yeah,
it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah, you like I said, you come into the group and you just joined us in Phasmo most of the time. Although, to be fair, we actually had a couple of games of Fortnite earlier as well. Well, say we. I know you two did.
The royal we, me and Mumsy.
Yeah,
the royal
we did.
Yeah.
And you were the third wheel that time.
I would have been I was the third wheel.
But it was good fun.
I was the elephant in the room.
You're not an elephant. You're the towel.
No one wanted to talk to me. I was actually. To be fair, I was eating. That was my reason for not being able to join. I was like, grab some food before we did the podcast. I was like, can we just get some food? Like, yeah, and then never really got a chance to play it. Because what was you playing? You were playing. Was it called Blitz?
Blitz Royale.
Blitz Royale. I have to give it. I will actually have to give it a proper go at some point. Try it out maybe next time we do some Fortnite, which I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be, but hopefully sometime during the week next week. Speaking of games that we've played, should we get started on the games?
Okie dokie. What have you been playing recently, Mr. Steve?
Well, I tell you what, I've been playing quite a lot because when we've not been able to do the podcast because we tried to do this like on a Saturday. It's usually when most people are more available, so you can do it. So when I do have time, I'll come home from work and I'll be like, I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna play something, chill out, and play some. So some of the games I've been doing recently, I've been since the last episode. And one of them, if you're into deck building and you like your roguelites and base building as well as like having a bit of strategy, Deck of Haunts might be your thing. So Deck of Haunts, basically, like I said, it's all of the above. It's it's a roguelite deck building. You're basically in charge of a haunted house, and you need to. The house feeds off of fear, and you got to, and that's the only way. Like, there's a big heart inside the house, and if the heart dies, it's game over. And I think you've got to try and survive. There's a calendar there, and it's 28 days. You've got to try and survive 28 days. I've managed to get to day, I think 9 or 10. It's always been very difficult at that point. But yeah, basically it's so you got to step into the role. As soon as the haunted house where the walls whisper secrets and terror lurks around every corner, as the master of this cursed domain, your goal is to ensnare daring humans, play on their fears, and drain their very essence to expand your dark influence. By day, meticulously, I can't say that word.
Meticulously.
Yeah, design the labyrinth layout of your mansion, transforming it into a death trap that no human can escape. As night falls, lure unwittingly explorers into your home, where you'll use a deck of terrifying cards to summon spirits, shifts, hallways, and unleash spine-chilling horrors. Build tension and drive your guests towards madness, all while protecting your heart room. This is the core of your malevolent power. So yeah, and then you got to try and harvest humans. So at least humans, like, they wander upon your house. They step inside. You start off with an entrance. Then there's a kitchen. there's a dining room, there's a guest room, and then there's the heart room. So it starts off like, and in between each round, you get to move your rooms around or add to those rooms. So you get a certain amount of points each round that you can spend to move each time you build your house, making it much bigger, so that those those silly little humans, those silly, stupid humans that wander into the house, and they have to they would explore. Now some people, some persons that go in do have certain traits as well. So some might have super hearing, like slightly better hearing than the rest of the group, or some might have better sight, so they spot things quicker than others. Some carry guns, some carry torches, some carry a bit of both sometimes. But yeah, you use, and it is a deck building game, so you do use your cards. The cards that you'll have will either help you increase the chances of like you'd be able to wound the humans, or you better inflict fear. Obviously, inflicting too much fear into a human. Sorry, did you
just say fear?
Fear. I said fear. Inflicting fear.
Yeah, you're right. Some people could hear better than others.
Probably can. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry,
so you are inflicting fear upon them. What if they take too much fear? They stop where they are and just go into sort of a state of madness, and they won't explore the house anymore. Or you can just wipe them out, killing them. But you need to sort of I think you need to just find a balance between the two of not just killing them, but also taking the fear as well, so that you can help balance the situation a little bit into your favor. Killing them all the time is good, but it's not the best, and putting them into sanity is not always, it's not always the best way to play it. Yeah, it's been something I've gone into I've kind of played a lot of the deck building card games that have been out there. Obviously, Slay the Spire is one of them, which a lot of people sort of go to. But this has a sort of slightly, it's obviously a big difference on this game is that you create this mansion in, like I said, in between rounds on how many points you have as well. So you're creating a mansion, you can expand the room sizes. You also get some cards that come up as well, which allow you to add traps in some of the rooms. Sometimes a trap can only be placed if another card that you pick up along the way allows that other previous card to be placed. So it's some traps can only be placed if the room is a dark room, for example, but you have to create the dark room in the first place. Then you get a bell tower, so sometimes you can have the bells chime in, or you can even cause the actual bell to collapse and create fear as well, spread fear. There's a ghost which haunts the house, which is kind of cool. But it's very limited in some of its dialogue. There are some dialogues. It's like some of the people say certain things that was kind of if you've watched a lot of Scooby-Doo, it's like someone enters the house. Oh, should I be sharing joints? It's kind of that sort of thing. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek in a way, a little bit. It's kind of fun. It's good if you like deck building, roguelike, base building combined. I mean, I don't know how much it is. It's currently just under £17. I think it was on Steam. But I think I bought mine in a sale, so I think I've probably got 20 or 30% off. So, give it a look if that's the sort of thing. I like it. Like I said,
I'm a fan of roguelike deck builders, so I will be checking that one out.
Check it out. Yeah, it's definitely it was definitely worth a go. I've put in quite a lot of hours into it since. I've put sort of just around sort of 10 hours. Again, it's something I come home to of a night, and I'm like, I just want to chill. I know that there's not going to be a lot of people around in the evening so much, given the time in which I finish. So a lot of games that I've been playing kind of fall into that single player sort of category. So a lot of games I'll be talking about or mentioning, apart from the obvious that we can get into later on. But yeah, that's one of the games I've been playing. Any thoughts on that, or any other any games that anyone want to talk about? Otherwise, I can just continue listing off a couple of others.
I mean, there's one that I want to talk about. I mean, I'm sure there's one that we'll both want to talk about in a bit, a certain co-op mountaineering game recently.
Yes.
However, one I'd like to talk about beforehand, if you haven't heard of it before, it's called Blueprints. That is blue as in the colour, prince as in crown.
Yes.
And it is kind of like a deck building roguelike adjacent. So it's currently it's actually currently on sale for £21.24 on Steam. And the synopsis reads as follows: Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure, but will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? So the entire premise of the game is you've inherited this estate, Mount Holly, and you've been given a letter that says in order to actually claim your inheritance, you have to find room 46, but there's only 45 rooms in the house. So you have to open doors and draft different rooms. So every day that you're in there, the rooms you get will be different, the path you take will be different. And I mean, I found room 46 within the first 21 or 27 days in game.
Wow.
And I'm currently on day 116.
That's insane. But
So the game does not end once you have found room 46. Do not be fooled. There is a lot more to do. It can be quite infuriating when you keep on getting bum runs. However, it's a really fun game. The mechanics are brilliant. The illustration style is kind of like Professor Layton-y. Have you ever had those Nintendo games? Not exactly dialogue because you're the only person that you'll see in there, but you can get letters from people in the mailroom. There's all sort of items that you can make and construct, but of course they reset the next day unless you check them into the courtroom. If you're a fan of like drafting things and you want a game that's the same but differs day to day, highly recommend it. It has been a bit of an obsession of mine for the past month. So thank you, Radiant D, for pointing me onto that. 113 hours later, I do not regret it.
No, I'm glad we got onto this because I also, I think, may have mentioned it to you previously as well, and like prior to one of our other podcast, one of our episodes while back. But I remember sort of getting it roughly at the time in which it came out. And like you said, it's I've heard this been said in other podcasts, so I don't want to sort of like steal anything from them, but it's kind of true of what was said there. Was a lot of people who have talked about this, whenever like the host of this other show that I'd listened to, they said like, yeah, a lot of their chat said, oh, congratulations, you got to the end, the credits. They go, congratulations, you got past the tutorial.
Yeah,
which I
think,
much so. Yeah, and
very much so.
Yeah, that's definitely sums up for what it is, because like you get to room 46. Now I think I can't remember the exact amount of days I'd done. I think maybe 35, 40. It's very, very RNG though. Like the RNG in this is crazy because I like I said, I've got to 46, but I've opened up so much more on the outside, like on the grounds and stuff. There's some rooms that will give you extra money to start your day with, some that will give you diamonds to start your day with. You got to find them. You got to get there. You got to unlock them. And like I said, it's very RNG. You got to have a lot of rooms that you got to have is to link with others. Now you might get the first part and never get the second part of that. So
yeah, I mean that is one of the things I enjoy about it is it's very possible for you to start an in-game day and essentially choose a synergy that you want to go for.
Yeah.
So if you people who have played the game will kind of understand what I'm about to say, but if you've got the outside room, draft the shelter, for example, that day you're going to be going for red rooms.
Yes.
If you go for something like the shrine, or the tomb, you might go for dead end rooms.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. There's just a lot to it, to be honest. And I mean, like, there's all sorts of puzzles in the underground, the antechambers. I mean, I've just spent 20 in-game days clearing crates from a tunnel because I heard there might be a door at the end of it.
Yeah.
And there is.
Yeah. I'm not, because this doesn't take anything away from anyone playing it by sort of not really spoiling rooms, but when you get to the tank room and you can drain water from, I'm like, I spent so long trying to balance everything. It was like, right, I know that one does, like, but that in itself could take me an hour, you know, trying to figure out, and then you'll never get that room again for another sort of 5 or 6 playthroughs. It's just like, they're so frustrating.
Yeah, so if you need water to then be moved from one to another, you're screwed.
Yeah. There's I think it's the steam room as well, to try and get steam towards like another.
The boiler room.
The boiler room, yeah. In order to get the boiler room, you need to have like the locker room. To have the locker room, you need to have the swimming pool.
You need to have the pool room. Yeah.
But there's so many combinations of trying to unlock something on the outside. But sometimes you don't even get those, but you might get another set of different rooms which do something completely different on the grounds. So
yeah, I mean, I've got a bit of a strategy in, which is every day that I start in game, I'll choose I've got 3 different things that I'm trying to achieve, and that way, no matter what rooms I draft, whichever one it looks like I'm leaning more towards being able to complete, that's the one I'll do that day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you start the day being like, right, today I'm going to get all of the red rooms, and I'm going to unlock the drawer in the archives. Well, you might not get the key to unlock the drawer in the archives. So if you don't get that one thing, then your entire day's been wasted.
Yeah.
But if you've got 3 different things you're aiming for, if one of them doesn't look like it's going to happen, then it's fine because you've still made progress.
I think going back to like the streamers who played previously, because I tried to not look too much into it because I didn't want to but then it doesn't matter realistically. I thought it mattered to, but like you do pick up tips on watching other people, but that doesn't mean to say you're going to get the same as them, because it's like, again, going back to that RNG,
completely RNG.
But like I learned that if you have I think, is it the boardroom with all the big tables and all the chairs around it, that will generate
the
conference room. Yeah, that will generate whatever is a multiple. So if you aim that room to be keys, then obviously that's where you get a load of keys. But then that only works if you've got the locker room, which has multiple lockers to be unlocked. So again, it does all play into that whole thing that we were saying about linking the rooms together. But yeah, I think you've done a lot more hours than me. But I'm about
113 hours into it, but I'm only 75% of the way through the game.
I can't remember the exact. Do you know what? There was something else whilst I look it up. Literally, it was top of the list almost. Oh yes. It's 32 hours. That's not a lot at all, considering how much I thought I had played. But yeah. I did this thing, and I found out I'm not the only one, so I feel a little bit better about this. But I never realised, I never noticed it straight away. Blueprints, because of the story element to it. I thought, yeah, blueprints. I never got it, but apparently, yeah, a lot of people did the same thing. So I feel slightly better on the fact that blueprints is a double meaning. All right, I get it now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did get it straight away, but only because I misheard Radiant when he was talking about it the first time, and I thought he said blueprint, as in with a T, and he had to actually spell it out for me. And then when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's definitely play on words."
Play on words. It was so the play on words was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." But yes, it is a good game, and I think it's a strong contender for being in well, because we're going to be getting close to it very soon. Like we're July now, but the gaming awards, that's got to be up there with.
It'll win something.
It's got to
sure.
Certainly indie, because that's where that's.
I think it would be a strong contender for Game of the Year, to be honest.
Yeah.
If
not, then it's there's something seriously wrong. But
I mean, we've been saying this about the
the
Steam Awards for years, haven't we?
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's definitely one that is up there as a good contender, and I look forward to seeing what it does actually get. And I think it does deserve something. Definitely needs recognition because it's done really well. Because it came out early in the year, and it's like we're gonna, like you, just get in the game, but I've put in quite a lot of hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's
still around.
I just think it's so well put together.
Yeah.
It's a very big game because of all of the content and the puzzles and all of the different mechanics, but everything works with the other mechanics within the game. There isn't a part of it that just feels incoherent. It's very clearly very well thought out. And I mean, the amount of time that they must have spent on this, big credit to the developers, because I mean, it must have been a labor of love.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, if you haven't played it, go buy it.
Get it. It is good. I will look. Well, I'll look forward to seeing if they ever bring anything else out. But yeah, hopefully they do. It's always hard. It's always a hard thing, though, isn't it, to do something that they've never done before. Put a lot of, I mean, I don't think they've done anything before, but if they have, then
the developer is Doggy Bomb. Now they've done. I think they've got a couple of releases. The drawing style is kind of similar in a lot of them, but Raw Fury Games is the actual publisher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
they would have had a.
Yeah, they've got in with a good amount of games. I'm just trying to see if there's got anything else. No, it just takes me straight to Raw Fury.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Mumsy, have you played any games that is different than what we normally do? Or do you have any? Sorry?
Well, I haven't played anything different to usual, like Phas, Fortnite and that. Yeah, pretty much stuck in the mud on that. But I am actually just going through the list of games on Steam, and I've just clocked Among Us in 3D.
You sent me the ad for that, and we do need to have a go at that because it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool, man.
Might be worth a shout.
Maybe schedule a day in advance and see how many people get involved.
Let's say it's literally one I just clocked at the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, yeah, that looks like fun. Because obviously you guys introduced me to Among Us because I'd seen it, never played it. And I have to say that Kate is absolutely most savage person.
I enjoy social deception games.
I was just about to say her social deception game is on point.
It is
very much on point.
I will not apologise.
No, I know you won't.
She's brutal.
Which is why it's even funnier when we do finally get that. It doesn't happen often, but when you
it doesn't matter what game we're playing, she kills me.
Oh no, but yeah, we definitely did it. I do.
You're such an easy target.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. But other than that, I mean, you were playing that parcel one a while ago. Do you remember that parcel simulator you were playing? I really did get engrossed in that.
Oh, the parcel sim. Yeah, I mean, I again, that's another sort of late night game that it's a single player, and I kind of get.
See, I love simulator games.
Simulators, yeah.
I would get lost in it.
The simulator games that I've done, I mean, obviously there are some that are multiplayer, but a lot of them have been single player.
I mean, my favourite one for multiplayer is Supermarket Together. That is actually quite funny.
Yes.
And it's free. That's the best bit about it.
Yeah, I think if you're doing that with some friends, it just allows you to sort of develop the supermarket that you're currently running a lot quicker. Whoever's hosting that, you're able to unlock things at a quicker pace than, say, on the slightly different but the same kind of things.
Yeah, but it's about having fun rather than the play, you know?
Oh no, absolutely. And if they're not fun, then there's no point in doing it. But
True.
again, with the simulator games, going back to the parcel simulator, that's like I said, it was something
Addictive.
I come home from, you know, but I like to come home and just put a game on and just go, right, I want to play this. I'll do a couple of, maybe an hour or so, which is what that's the point I was getting to. Like, I can play an hour of a game instead of watching a movie, which is like at least 2.5 hours or sometimes. And I end up falling asleep. Now I can't do a movie, so it's easier for me to just do a game.
So playing a sim game for an hour is like saying, I don't know what it's saying. I'm just trying to think of
I'll just finish this chapter of the book I'm reading.
Yeah, and then you get to the end of the book. That's the one. Yeah, thank you for that, Kate.
You pick up the next one in the series.
It's an absolute nightmare.
So there's not, so you, okay, so you got nothing to bring, but we're going to come back to any of those games a little bit later. But I do want to mention a couple more things that I've been doing, and one of them, I thought it'd be a good stream game. I think but it's a single player, so I might stream it, just sort of run through it again. But Out of Sight, it's along the similar sort of like vein as Little Nightmares, where you're a young child trying to escape a nightmare situation. So you play as Sophie, so a young blind girl who sees through the eyes of her teddy bear. You need to
yes, you showed me this.
Yes, you need to escape your captors and uncover the evil history of the dark mansion you desperately seek to escape in this unique, atmospheric horror puzzle adventure game. And I tell you, it is very good in terms of, it really gets you like the feels that you want to make sure she escapes, and you want to make sure that she gets to the end goal. But see, it's very like with the unique mechanics of, she's blind, but she, like, again, as the description says, she sees through the eyes of her teddy bear, so she doesn't go anywhere without her teddy bear. It's just so good. It's one of those. I think it could be a one and done kind of thing, but there's a few achievements. If you're really going for the achievements, there's a few achievements to go for, but otherwise it can be just a one and done. And for the price, I don't think it's too bad. Like, it's currently on sale for 40% off, but its original price is $29.99, but it's currently $12.59 on Steam. I got through it in a few hours after playing a few sessions of it. The atmosphere, again, it's very much Little Nightmares. There's certain puzzles that you need to get through, but with Little Nightmares being a sort of side scroller, this is much more 3D environment. So you have to explore the mansion, trying not to be seen, and there's some mysteries along the way that I don't want to spoil, because I think it's worth living through the game and just sort of seeing it for yourself. But yeah, you do find there's certain areas that you can't, because the way she moves around is that you're holding the bear out in front of you, and literally the first person view of it is literally just seeing the bear's arms sort of like wobble a little bit side to side as you're walking along. And it is told for, obviously she's a young girl, so she's told from that point of view, that perspective of how she sees the world, or albeit via the seeing it through the eyes of the teddy. Now, there's going to be a point throughout the game where she can't hold the bear, so she has to place the bear down. So the bear's head will move for her in order to look around the room, and it's literally trying to put the puzzle together for her to escape. So trying to find out, in order to get to a lever, you might need to push like a chair or a box in order to find that said lever. And yeah, it's just filled with it is, for the best part of, at least, it's kind of like horror, but done in a light-hearted way. It's sort of like there to sort of make you think, oh, I can't be seen, because it's very much hide and seek, trying to hide from her captors. It is a very good, and I'd like to see this get a noticed in the Game Awards. I don't know if it will, but I hope that they actually this has a little bit more love than, because I think this is just sort of flown under the radar. I don't think as many streamers have done this from what I've seen on Twitch. But yeah, I
Well,
liked
there's only
it.
one way to get it more attention.
Yeah, just gotta stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it.
It is, yeah. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Oh no, it means competing against someone who plays Stardew. I don't know. I'm not sure that. I don't know. Maybe I will try and do that at some point. But again, it's all about trying to find the time for me. But yeah, having played through it once, I'll give it another go. Maybe I can find some of those hidden achievements that I was saying about. Like, like I said, it could be a one and done sort of thing. But then America Arcadia that I played, that was a single player. Again, that had a similar sort of like, thing where you had two perspectives of a game. I actually did play that for a second time, and I still enjoyed that. So yeah, there's no reason why I couldn't play this again. And this definitely fills the void if you are looking for something like Little Nightmares, and Little Nightmares 3 is due for a release, I think, sometime this year. I think maybe October, closer to Halloween, which makes perfect sense. So yeah, this definitely fills the void. If you're looking for something along the similar sort of vein, and yet somewhat differently as well, then give big shout out to this. So yeah, Out of Sight came out in May. I don't think they've actually done anything else. There is a game due to come out. I think there's a demo currently, Blade Ball Arena, but again, looks more of a hockey baseball 3D platformer. It's completely different from what they're actually done this time. So I guess they're not sticking to one kind of genre. But yeah, it's good. I liked it. But yeah, that's something else that I do, and I hope to do that again soon. Yeah, that's pretty much like some of the most of the games that I've been playing recently, that have been new this year. I don't know if anyone else has got anything to talk about.
Well, there is one more that we haven't touched on yet.
Yes.
And that is Peak.
Peak.
So, Peak. I mean, it's. I streamed this on Discord to Mumsy the other day when I was when I'd started it. I can't remember when exactly it came out. Let me see if I can see it. Steam.
I think it was only last month, wasn't it?
That was it. Yeah, it was. It was last month, 16th of June last month.
Yes.
So it's only been out for a month. And I mean, this game has gained some serious traction and some serious attention. So Peak, P-E-A-K, is a co-op climbing game where the slightest mistake can spell your doom. You can play it solo. However, playing it multiplayer, so much funnier. Your premise is you are scouts on a trip and your plane has crashed. So you have to make it to the peak of the mountain to signal a helicopter and fly your way home. However, on the way, you've got 4 different levels, each with their own challenges, where you've got to climb up hazardous ledges, icy glaciers, rainy tropics, through a volcano, to ultimately find your way to freedom. I'm not going to give much else away in the terms of things you can pick up and like dynamics within the game, but Jesus fucking Christ, it is funny.
It is.
What I will say is anything that you can hold, throw, and anything you can throw, you can yeet people off the mountain with. And when we play it, I mean, I tend to bully Ben pretty relentlessly anyway, but bullying him relentlessly off the side of a mountain, now that is a whole new level of satisfying.
It is very good. I can sort of wade in on a little bit on this as well. Like, again, it's something that you said previously. Whenever something like this comes out, it seems to take over a previous game that we've played, which is a co-op. It's usually a 4-player thing. We do find these coming up now much more regularly than they have done in previous years. And I'm talking about obviously Lethal Company and stuff like that, and obviously content warning, headliners. All those games they've had their moment. And yes, whilst a lot of them are updating all the time because they have to, because of this type of games that come out, will then just completely step above them and say, look, I'll leave them for dust if they don't up their games. But yeah, this is not. We'll come back to this.
This is another one.
This is another one of those. It's just literally, if you're fortunate enough to have like 4 of you doing it, it's because obviously the bigger the group, the more fun you can have. That's not to take away from anyone who's played it solo. Like, I'm sure you can still find fun, but yeah, I think it's what it does. Sorry, Mumsy, you was going to say.
I was going to say I was watching Kate play it solo, and it actually she was explaining to me what had happened. And it actually made me want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'd seen it about, but I'd never wanted to play it before. And watching her do it, it was like, I could get into this.
Yeah.
Well, tell me when you download it, Mumsy, and we will play it because I do actually enjoy this.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, so it just reminds me of like Chained Together, but obviously Chained Together, you're chained together. With this, you're not. So it's kind of like the same sort of thing, but not. If you understand what I'm saying. But it does look good.
Yeah, I think this does rely on that sort of on the just in-game chat, proximity chat.
Prox chat definitely enhances this game,
and they do that very well because I've seen clips from either one of ours or someone else's, and honestly, there's something about hearing someone fall to their death, their demise. And it's just
not being able to see them.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened, but you just hear that echo in the distance of them falling from. Yeah, it's like and then hi guys, because now they're
they're a ghost. But for me, it's just the very quiet as somebody falls, and then just the I died. Or even better, I fell.
Stamina is the thing. This relies on like having the right amount of stamina, food, and but because you're limited to what you can carry. It sort of like says, well, do you want food or do you want to? Kind of. There is a little bit of strategy thrown in. Do you want something that's going to help you hoist your way up, like i.e. like a chain rope, or or something like that, or do you want food? When you're like, well, if I pick up the food, I can't eat it until I really need it. But if I don't pick up, but then I also need the chain. I can't carry that. What do I carry? What don't I carry? It's just so fun. And I've seen spoilers, and I'm not going to give it away. Of there's a couple of achievements which I've seen. Yes. I'm like, I want to try them.
There is. I'll spoil one of them. There is one that I am determined to get, and that is when you crash on the beach initially, you see this little like plushie.
Oh,
yes. And the plushie is called Bing Bong. Now I have an emotional attachment to Bing Bong. If something happens to Bing Bong, I kill everyone involved. However, if you carry Bing Bong to the peak of the mountain and you get rescued, you get an achievement for saving Bing Bong.
Brilliant. I want that achievement. That's an achievement we need.
I'm trying very hard to get it. I did say if anybody wants a Bing Bong, let me know. I will try to crochet one.
Oh yes, excellent.
I am more than happy to create and sell Bing Bongs. I do not own the premise.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I again sort of echoing what we've already said, and going back to where we were saying, it's another for the now moment, and I'm sure something else will come out that would overtake this. But yeah, we definitely need to get into those achievements, try and get those done at some point, and come back to this.
I think one of the things I like about this one in particular, because like you said, there will be other games that come up and overtake this, is a lot of the times those games that come up and overtake the last one, for us at least, they're horror co-ops.
Yes.
Mhm.
This isn't necessarily a horror. And, it's actually been quite nice to just have that little bit of a break
A little
from,
break
oh
from
shit,
that.
I've got to escape monsters as well as do what I want to do.
This does rely on, and we're saying it is solo, but this doesn't heavily rely on being with someone else, but it does sort of help.
But having other people there enriches your experience.
And what else enriches your experience is if you've got someone who's got no patience, then they're in trouble because
Mhm.
the Scoutmaster is the thing.
Oh, no.
If you're
Okay.
not careful, you're gonna you probably get yeeted off. So it's like you do have to stick together as a group if you are playing it as a group.
So the game very much rewards teamwork and punishes leaving people behind.
Yes, it does. Yeah, but peak. We haven't peaked yet, but we will.
Yes, well, there is actually. Sorry, I know we're kind of wrapping up on it, but there is a beta patch coming.
Right.
Now they've released a note about it today. Another patch on the beta branch of the game. They're doing things like reducing camera bobbing, so you, in the beta, change the settings to make it a bit more suitable for people, especially for like motion sickness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
In offline play, you can now pause the game, which is good.
Good.
They're editing music for like sunsets and sunrises. They've added some new items, which I'll not spoil, but and yeah, there's just a bunch of fixes, major and minor. It looks like they are actively doing work on it, even while the game is gaining so much traction. So we stand developers who actively work on.
Yes, yeah, because there's definitely a passion there of wanting to make sure that this stays on top, quite literally. But in the vast majority of like these types of games, it's very hard to sort of like keep that first place position. But at the moment, it's doing very well. It's got a lot of interest, and obviously, streamers will do it. Streamers will make it or break it, really, and they've never let us down so far. There's so much content that's come out from these types of games. I think we've mentioned it before, but if you got social media, platforms which allow you to show clips and stuff, this is obviously another one of those. People use it and say, look, this is a clip of me dying to my death, or this is a clip of my friend falling to their death.
Yes. Well, this is me pushing my friend to their death.
Yes.
I think I should check out now.
Basically, if anyone's dying in the game, it's usually a clipped.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually me. Never mind clipped.
It's a very good game. Very good game. Look forward to seeing more of it. But so that's peak. Have we got anything else? Is there anything worthy to mention? Like we do often, like within the podcast, we do go back to talking about other games that may have had updates.
Yes, I know Repo's had some updates recently. However, I've not played it recently, so I can't really speak to those. I think the best one for us to talk about, we might actually want to throw to Mumsy.
Yes.
So I feel like we should definitely have a little bit of a chat about Phasmophobia's, what is it, Chronicles?
Chronicles, yes.
Yeah, so Mumsy, take it away.
Oh, where to start? My God. Since they've brought out Chronicles, you have to learn to play the game all over again. Long gone are the salt pictures. We can't do that anymore. And you cannot get two of the same thing anymore. It's been quite a really good idea what they've come up with. It's made it harder. It's more challenging. So it's just been mind blowing. I've been watching other streamers play it, where I've learned a lot of tips on how to get the right evidence at the right time. It's just been brilliant. And there was a lot of bugs when they first did the update, which they've reworked it all again and brought out a lot of new features, which has been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The one thing I do want to touch on there is that the evidence, pictures, media, as we call it. So we've got three types of media. We've got the video, we've got the sound, then we've got a new sound recorder in the game, and obviously we've got the camera that we've always had, which is what we used to collect our evidence before. Now we can collect evidence with the video camera as well. And we initially had 3 deletes prior to that. Was it 3 deletes or was it 2?
I believe it was 2 before Chronicles.
Was it 2? Okay, sorry, I'm so ahead of myself. Yeah, so it was just the 2 deletions, and then we ended up with 3. Well, since they've updated applied a hot fix since the update, on amateur mode, you can now get 5 deletions. Intermediate settings are 4 deletions, but anything above professional, so anything that's 0 evidence, apocalypse, challenges and whatnot, are only 3 deletions. Personally, I would have liked to have seen 2 per media, because let's just say I am absolutely at taking different types of media, and always end up getting the same, especially with the motion sensor. And unless you're quick to get rid of the motion sensor after taking the evidence, you end up with duplicates, and then you have to delete one. So it's a bit of a pain. But yeah, that's my big bugbear with it. The other thing is you cannot take photos of interactions anymore. Like you used to be able to take pictures of doors and whatnot. You can't. It's just pointless. You end up wasting so many deletions again. So this is all now done with a video recorder. So, ain't too bad. You can you still take a picture of a dirty water in the sink, but anything that gets turned on and interacted with, like light switches and the lights flashing, that's a new one on the video camera. So that's a nice touch as well. But yeah, so that's the new things at the moment. I'm not sure if there's anything else. The sound recordings. Oh, God. Go on. What was you going to say, Kate?
No, I was just going to continue and say, to be honest, I think that about sums it up, to be honest.
I was going to say, the only other addition is obviously the sound recordings, and they are so hard, as you know, because you're the one usually in charge of that. But you only get 3.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I think the justification for adding the different media types works.
It is. It's great.
Because I think with a game like Phas, where, it does take them a long time to make new maps. There haven't been new ghosts in quite a while. It can be quite a repetitive game. Previous to the Chronicles update, when you can get a perfect investigation with just salt photos,
it did get boring.
It becomes a bit too easy.
Yeah.
With this now, I mean, we were playing it this afternoon, and one of us had to have the camera out, one of us had to have the video camera out, one of us had to have the sound sensor out, and all 3 of us were in the room.
Yeah.
So it really does encourage you to actually not just find the ghost, but learn the game.
Yeah.
And I mean,
definitely.
they've brought out a whole bunch of new Banshee screams.
Yes.
Different
I
ways
believe it's 3, I'm not sure.
I don't know how many there are, but I'm aware there are. There's new ways of the Euro slamming the door.
Yeah, I'm not too sure that's new at the moment.
So the mechanics of it have been updated. And considering that there's now a Phasmophobia movie in the works, I think it is a needed improvement.
We've also got updated Grafton coming soon.
We do.
Second half of this year. Not sure when it's coming, but it is coming. That's a good thing.
Yes, I imagine that.
To say the only thing I've heard is it's second half of this year. So we are in the second half. which part of the second half
is yet to be determined.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously with the update, everything gets broken with most games. So a lot of the ghosts weren't doing their usual stuff. And we've had people dying outside the house in the van as well. It's been crazy. So yeah, I mean, we haven't had that, but I've seen others that have experienced it, and there's a lot of unexplained phenomena going on, more so than what the ghosts are doing. But yeah,
I mean, we've known for a while that the game does have the potential to be a little bit buggy.
Yeah, but you expect a ghost to be the ghost that it is when it gives you the evidence for that ghost, and then it comes back and tells you something completely different. It's not even a mimic.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, okay. We'll have a wraith that walks through salt. That sort of thing.
But to be fair, we've not had any of that today, though, have we?
No, we haven't. No.
So I think I have noticed it's been less recent. So I am hoping that they're kind of working on that behind the scenes.
I hope so. I really do hope so. But yeah, other than that, it's got more interactive for us to play. You're spending a little bit longer on each game, but the rewards are getting better because you get paid extra money for the photos and the media that you're collecting, as well as with each tier that you're going up in the game. So if you're a beginner and you can only afford up to level or tier 1 equipment, you're not going to get as much as if you've got tier 3 equipment. So it gives you those extra little bonuses. I mean, $2 is $2, but when you put how many pieces of evidence? 15. Got 5 photos.
I think it's 13. 5 photos, 5 videos, 3 sounds.
Yeah. By the time you've added that together, that's an extra $30. Fair enough.
Then you've got your multipliers.
Yeah, and then you've got your multipliers. But then you've got the initial payment for each piece of evidence. For those are just the bonuses. So it all adds up. I mean, we were getting today, we were playing on a custom, but we were getting like close between $2,500 to $3,000 per small map, which was nice. We just need to prestige. Which nobody wants to.
I was just going to say, like the playing it on a professional level without changing anything. I think the initial media, which is what it's called, the media, like you said, you were just referring to it as evidence. Obviously, evidence and media are two separate things. But I think it's $160 is the maximum media that you can earn. That's provided you do. Although I have updated it since, so it might be a little bit more now. But when it originally came out, a media was originally, I think, $160. But again, it's had a slight update. Getting a ghost photo, getting a ghost video pays $15. $20. Yeah,
$20 now. Yeah.
So there has been some increases. So it might actually be closer to sort of like $180 or even $200, which is good because it makes you work harder for that. If you want to go for the max, then yeah, obviously that's as a group, I think it's definitely encouraging groups to play more.
Yeah.
I can do it solo because that's just me being like playing the game for so long. But it's not. But I will just earn bottom end rather than top end because I can't get that perfect. To get a perfect, like not just a perfect investigation, but to get a perfect score, I would have to aim for a video during a ghost hunt. Now, getting a video during a ghost hunt is one thing. Getting a video during a ghost hunt when it's like maybe a Raiju, which picks up speed when you're holding something electrical. Now, trying to, taking into account you are holding a electrical equipment in order to video a ghost hunt. So yeah, that's a little bit difficult. But that's good though. I think if a game becomes too easy over time, and I know it's sorry to take over actually.
Just trying to say, because you were going on about having a perfect game, getting a video of the ghost and whatnot. As long as you've got unique evidences, it doesn't have to be a photo of the ghost, a video of the ghost hunting.
No, it doesn't have
because
to be.
As long as you've got that unique evidence, that's what gives you the extra Whereas if you get a duplicate, it's hard.
I do like the introduction of the unique and duplicate evidences.
Yes.
I think it can be irritating, especially when I forget that I can't take photos of salt anymore, or when I try to take a photo of a dog, or when I try to take a photo of something 3 minutes ago. But it really does push you to actually look for new things rather than just depending on the same old.
Yeah, but the good thing is now is you can actually delete any media. Yes. Whereas before we was only able to delete 2-star and below. Now you can delete anything, including unique. So it's a win-win in my book.
It is. Yeah. I like it. I like the progression, but because all this progression is aiming towards the 2.0 horror 2.0, which is what they're aiming to get to. Once that comes, I mean, they're never going to give a date, and that's probably. I don't think they should ever announce anything until they're certain that they've got something to announce. But occasionally,
we've still got the Halloween event coming.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sort of slightly. I'm slightly dubious about any event that comes up because of the previous.
Yeah, honestly, I've kind of given up on the events.
Well, apparently, the event we had last year, the was it
Blood Moon?
No, that's still going. Is it the Christmas one with the tree?
No.
The tree one. I haven't finished it yet. I only got so far because I didn't have time to play. But apparently you can actually continue on as the game updates, so you don't lose that progress. So if you didn't finish it, you can actually continue it, apparently. I don't know how true that is. But.
Perhaps a controversial opinion, but I dislike the way they've standardized the holiday events.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that maybe if you just missed out getting the trophy or whatever, it would be great for you to be able to continue it next year. But when I started the game, every holiday felt different. And every holiday across years felt different.
Yeah.
And now it's the same thing 3 times a year with a different with a different outfit on.
Yeah.
I don't know. This year's Easter event was different because last year we were having to take pictures. This year we just needed to shine the dots on them.
It was still based around.
It felt.
I was going to say it was still based around the whole idea of it being done within a community, and that was like, I can't do it.
And it was still very similar to the Christmas one.
Yeah.
Because it was very much find this thing that we've hidden. Find these things where we've put maybe 5 of them across the map. Find them, interact with them in some way, get an achievement.
Yeah.
One of the first ones I had, one of the first holiday events that I had on Faz was the Halloween cauldron thing where you had to go across maps, do things, and then finish in a map.
Yeah.
And do a ritual there. That was really interactive and immersive. And the Christmas one where we had to hunt down snowmen.
And you had snowball gun.
Yeah. And
it was just a bit of fun. It was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It was doable, and at the same time, even once you've done it, you've unlocked whatever it was that you've unlocked the trophy, and that was it. It was great. And I do feel sad that they're no longer going with the trophies, because if you look at the Chronicles update, they've given you your achievements all within to fill up those spaces. Because in the main lobby, those empty cases was like, are they all going to be Christmas, or are they going to be events? And it turns out that no, they're not anymore.
So but they could add extra cabinets at some point.
But they're all based on assets, aren't they? So it's whatever size assets they had available to them, and then you got to try and fill that whole cabinet with trophies. It kind of got. I don't know. I feel like I think
the trophies are great.
The trophy, the idea of owning a trophy is good. The idea of updating that trophy is not so good. Which is what Kate was saying about having the same trophy and just constantly updating it. Feels kind of like, nah.
Kind of feels like they've given up on the idea of having the holiday events, which, if that's the case, I would rather they just stop doing the holiday events.
Yeah.
Because this might be controversial, but if they announced, right, we've got too much going on with all of these fixes and map upgrades to do the holiday events, we're going to put them on hold. I'd be a little bit irritated, but I'd understand it and I'd appreciate their devotion to the game.
Yes, yeah. I had the same thoughts as you was just saying, because I feel like I'd rather have a good game than a broken game with that going on in the background, and it's just like, please don't do that. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, thinking back to the events that you had prior to the Krampus and the boring ones, which I've only experienced, how do you think that they would fit in playing with the game style today of the new update? Would it be a lot harder, do you think? Or would it turn people away? Would it not? I don't know.
I don't think it necessarily turn people away. Because, I mean, if we take the Snowman one, for example, because that was my favourite event, right? The whole idea was you still did your ghost investigation, but there were these little tiny snowmen that were somewhat randomly generated across the map. Like they had set spots where they could turn up.
Okay.
But there was only there were less snowmen would show up than there were spaces the snowmen could show up. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And you had to take these guns that spawned inside the van, and you had to shoot all of the snowmen. And you knew once you'd shot all of the snowmen because you had a counter.
Okay.
And when you did, the ghost would then have its Santa Claus outfit on or whatever.
Okay.
Now, what we did was, I think the first time we just tried to go around the map and find them all. But once we'd done it once, we actually started taking it in turns. So we'd have, if there was 3 of us playing, 2 of us would do the ghost investigation, and 1 of us would go around shooting snowmen, or 2 of us would go around shooting snowmen, and 1 of us would do the investigation. And it just became a bit of a... It just kept us on our toes.
Okay.
It kept it fresh, kind of.
Yeah, no, I just wasn't sure how it'd fit in with the new dynamics of, getting the media, because obviously we've got the photos that we have to do and the videos and the sound recordings, whether or not that would make it worse or make it better. That's what I was trying to figure out. If you put those 2 elements together.
Yeah, but I think like anything, it would have to be a balance.
Yeah.
It would 100% have to be a balance, and maybe it wouldn't be as big as the ones that we did. But I think, at least personally, I would rather see some variety in the holiday events rather than having these events that you keep doing every year and you just level up trophy you already have.
Yeah. I mean, if they was to bring one of those events back just to try it, that would probably be quite good for those like myself who haven't been through those stages. We haven't been there since day dot, especially the console players, because they certainly wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So I think they probably should bring one of those back.
Yeah. I mean,
that'd be a cool idea.
I think I was going to also mention, like, whilst we're just on the, not to sort of get away from the trophy sort of things, but speaking of rewards, at least, I think it's the first. It is the first. Well, it definitely is the first time now that they've integrated Twitch drops to the game.
Yes.
Allows you to have a player card. Now there was 2 player cards. If you got it within the first week, you got the nice shiny one, and after that, it just became a sort of like lesser shiny, but standard, same aesthetic, sort of like with the color scheme. I think that's not a bad idea. It's allowing people to sort of now either as a community you can start watching streamers and go. You've only got to watch a minimum, I think, is 2 hours.
Yeah.
After the 2 hours, you do get rewarded. I did see from other streamers, especially content creators, who are obviously part of the Connect's content creator team.
Yeah,
all of their chat was like, "Oh, when's it out? When's it out? When's it out?" It's like, it's like literally it's the same as any other drop. It's like they've never seen drops before. I think maybe some of them haven't. I don't know, but like it just felt like they had too many of the because it's the first time it's happened with Faz. Like in terms of like. You got World of Warcraft or Fortnite where there's drops happening all the time throughout the year. This is the first time it's happened. every streamer, every content creator had the same situation of everyone in chat, nearly everyone in chat. When is my drops coming? When is my? It was available. It was slightly broken because it's Faz. But yeah, I got mine. I was able to get the first one, obviously because I streamed it as well, so that counts as a viewership. So that helped. But yeah, I think it's good that they're doing that now. So you can, if you're not necessarily a streamer yourself, but you want the extra badges, if you like collecting the badges within the game, which is what they introduced back last year, I think it was. I can't remember the exact name of the update that they brought out, but yeah, I remember that coming out, and for the first time we started getting badges, and now that we're badges,
I mean, there is talk of them doing it again as well.
Oh, once they've done, the drops will now start happening more frequently, and usually comes along with major updates, which is good. I'd like to see it, obviously.
I mean, one thing I will say, for all that, I complain about the events, I think with the route they're going down, it looks like they are leaning full gung-ho into community for Faz. Like you said, with the events, with the Twitch drops, with the encouraging people to watch active Twitch streamers, if they're going to lean into the community game, and if that is their aim, they're going about it the right way.
Yeah.
For all, I might be a bit of a stickler, and I preferred it the old way. If that is their aim, they're doing it right, and I will give them credit for that. But one thing I am quite excited about, first of all, is the Faz movie. I think when that comes out, if it's done right, I will be quite excited to see that. But I did see something online, and I'm not sure how true it is, that they might be adding Easter eggs and hints for the film into the game.
Oh, really?
Now, if that's true, I think there will be a whole bunch of Twitch creators, probably the mainstream ones, Mumsy, that you were referencing, who make it a point to go out, find them, and try to string together the movie. And I think encouraging that kind of conspiracy and getting the hype up will do the film a lot of good.
Maybe. Maybe it happened. I don't know. That's the first I've heard of it.
However, if this film does not show them getting all 3 pieces of evidence for one ghost and it turning out to be something completely different, I will walk out of the cinema.
It's going to be a mimic. Come on.
If this film does not show a bone glitching through the floor, I am walking out of the cinema.
If it's not true to the game, yeah.
If we do not see a visual representation of the utter spaghetti code that is Phasmophobia, I will not watch the movie.
I'll be very disappointed if I don't see somebody dead through a cupboard with their head hanging out the side.
Yeah, I want someone in the van leaning backwards, completely perpendicular to
if the phrase van princess is not used at least once, I will be severely disappointed.
Yeah, I think there's a good future for Faz, and it's just doing the right. They take a gamble, doesn't pay off, so they go let's go back to how we had it. Let's bring something back. At least I think they've done things in the past which hasn't worked, and they've we may have made a bit of a boo boo here. Let's to get rid of that.
Backtrack,
let's backtrack a little bit, which is fine. Look, if the experimentations is good, and it can be bad as well. So
but I think as long as they're listening to the community,
exactly,
and it does seem like they are doing that for all. It may be the mainstream community, and I might disagree with some of those opinions. As long as they're taking the fan base into account and they're actually listening to what people are saying to them, then the game's going to last a long time. It already is. It's outlasted a lot of other horror games that kind of spawned off the back of it. And as long as they keep up with the times, it will continue to do so.
It's in its 5th year at the moment. It's so for a game that there's been a lot of games that have come out and not made not made a year successfully. Like they might have brought out updates to keep the game going, but it's sort of dropped. It's fallen off a cliff. Some of them. So they're doing something right. So yeah, and like I said, I think with the aim of trying to get to that 2.0, horror 2.0, I think they're definitely going in the right direction. And again, I think they're going to make mistakes along the way. They always have. They stopped doing small bug fixes and just do major bug fixes, which is not. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but it could be. I think occasionally they do forget to do the small fixes.
Yeah,
they need to go back to doing that. The one good thing about Phas when it first came out was small bug fixes. In fact, speaking of previous versions of Phas, I've obviously been around from Phas since it's launched. And I noticed, Kate, you put in the Discord Instagram video of how different Ridgeview looked.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember it because it's it's.
I mean, that was cursed.
That was weird.
Walking into the first room you're in is the kitchen. That is a cursed layout. No wonder it was haunted.
There's been a lot of changes, and some of them are better for it now. I mean, obviously, like the Asylum is one of them, which is now Sunny Meadows. Sunny Meadows has much better aesthetics. I know Mumsy was mentioning about Grafton getting the update, which follows the Bleasdale one.
I do hope the Grafton one is better than Bleasdale, because I've stopped playing that map altogether now.
I really don't like Bleasdale still. I can't get used to it. Don't like it.
I just can't find my way around it.
Yeah, that's why. I don't like it. And those flipping lights outside, clunk, every time.
Clunk. Yeah, that's kind of that is very atmospheric. But yeah, I hope they do continue to do good content, and when it's not good, they're going to get told, and then they go back to doing an old thing, just slightly different. Yeah,
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, we're not the Bits and Pieces gaming podcast without mentioning Phas at least once
20,000 times.
I mean, that's pretty much been like at this point. I feel like we should be getting sponsored, but we're not. So Connects, wake up! We're doing you a favor. We're publishing.
We're bitching about your spaghetti cord. Sponsor us.
Yeah.
I hate to be the person to break it to you, but you're never going to get a sponsorship from Connect if you don't want to get a sponsorship from Kinetic, the games developer from Phas.
Sorry. We can only hope.
Yeah.
We can only hope. But
it'll be nice.
Okay. All right. I think we should move on from that. I'd like to know if there's any sort of games to talk about, or any sort of other. Maybe there's any if there's any sort of like real news and stuff. Which there hasn't. Do you know what? Since we've been doing this, we've lost our news bulletin guy who hasn't been around for a while. So hopefully Bacon. Hopefully
gotta get the cat in the hat back.
Get the cat in the back. Hopefully we can get Bacon back at some point. But yeah, I know it's been super busy, so that's understandable. But yeah, I don't think there is any news, is there?
I mean, I was just having a look online. There isn't an awful lot in the way of gaming news that I could see. I mean, nothing particularly mind-blowing anyway. B is mentioning in the chat the upcoming Deathground game, but I'm not entirely certain what that is.
What is that exactly? Is it Steam? Is it?
We've mentioned the Phasmophobia movie, which is something else coming up in chat. Let me see if I can search for this
Deathground. Is that the dinosaur thing? I'm assuming it must be. It says it's not. Yeah.
It looks like a dinosaur horror game with 1 to 4 players. Looks like Jurassic Park.
Yes.
B is saying yes, dinos. So Steam is saying that this is kind of similar to Lethal Company. It is a early access horror, survival horror, where you are people dealing with dinosaurs who have escaped their enclosures by the look of it. It is currently
marriage.
It's coming soon to early access. It looks like the planned release date is Q this year, so it should be available before September. So, I mean,
if it's
we'll have to add that one to our wish list and have a look.
Apparently, I already have. I didn't realise I had. I've got 113 on my wish list, so I'm constantly adding stuff. I really need to get the axe out and just maybe get rid of crap that I don't want. I think we end up. Do you know what we do? We do this thing where we talk about games, or someone will come in and go, "Oh, by the way, I played this recently." And I'm like, I've never heard of that. So then I wish list it
to check out later.
And I never do.
Okay, so what's interesting about this Death Crimes game, which B's just mentioned in chat, and I've just scrolled onto it actually. It looks like it's AI powered, so your enemies learn how you play the game. And it uses sight, scent, and sound, or at least the dinosaurs do, to try and find you. So that looks like it could be a bit of a challenge.
Could be challenging, could be good, could be bad. Sometimes
I'm just going to put this out there.
Bad, sometimes maybe shit.
They announced it originally in July 2020, so it's been 5 years in the making. If it don't come out this year, don't get your hopes up.
I mean, it still might come out before like GTA 6. So you never know.
Yeah, that's true. What 2030? I don't know. I ain't got a clue. It's not my kind of game. I can't even get through the prologue on the GTA 5. But yeah, no, it looks pretty alright.
It looks like
when it comes out.
Again, we're going back to that multiplayer horror thing, though.
Yes, we are. We've got a type.
We may as well let's play Peak a little bit more longer than before this comes out, because otherwise we're going to go back into that horror thing straight away without a respite. A Quiet Place. I don't know if I think I've wish listed that as well. I
can't even play Repo and not get myself killed, so I'm not going to play something like that. Come on. I'll get everyone killed on Repo. Great.
That's because you wander around shouting, "Where are you? Where is everyone?"
Everyone's disappeared and left me. I wonder why everyone's dying. They're all like, "Shut up!" Proximity chat doesn't work for everybody.
Clearly not.
No.
Well, in Mumsy's defence, Prox chat works perfectly for Mumsy. It's the people that's just playing with that suffer from it.
Yes, yeah. There is that.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, I'll just go for my list of
I don't know what's on my wish. I've got 14 on my wish list.
My wish list is just oh my god, it just goes on forever.
I mean, I do have a couple of things that I want to play with people. I think there's a couple of things I've got on there that we've discussed playing. I think we just all need to get around to buying it. Stuff like West Hunt, Liar's Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, I think I would still really love to get into those, but we just never quite get around to it.
Yeah, Liar's Bar. Again, yeah, that's something else I've added. And it came out last year. Yeah.
I mean, that's had some update, the early access. I think I don't know whether or not it's a
still
mod.
Early access.
It is still early access, but I don't know whether or not it's a mod. But I think now you can have different game types, whereas before it was just the one type of card game. Now there's a couple of different ones you can access, but that might be a mod that someone's made for it. I'm not entirely
Liar's Bar. Dive into this multiplayer online experience and a sketchy bar where the game are as dangerous as the patrons. Join a table of 4 and test your skills in Liar's Dice and Liar's Deck, where lying and
so there are now
key to victory. Ready for a night at Liar's Bar? Question mark. Yeah, do you know what?
It's all about card games.
Yeah, it's all, which is, well, I mean,
social deception and card games. It's my forte.
Oh, dear Lord! I mean, that's you all over, isn't it? That's pretty much. It's like how
She's gonna win.
how have you not owned this? I mean, because
I don't have anyone to play it with. It's on my wish list, but I don't have anyone to play it with, so
all right, there we
I've
go.
not bought it yet.
My wish list too.
Okay.
One game I'm looking forward to playing when it gets released is it's another simulator. Do apologise, but it's Starship Simulator because I am a Trekkie.
Starship Simulator.
And I'm just looking forward to that coming out. I've had it in my wish list for a while.
I've just bought it. So there we go, Liar's Bar.
God, I hate you so much right now.
There we go. I have it now. I mean, it was cheap enough. Yeah, sorry,
I know, but no, I don't get it. It's all right.
What was that
What
one
was playing
called?
Liars?
No, not yet.
What, mine?
Maybe. Yeah, so you were saying it was called what?
I was talking about Starship Simulator.
Starship
Yeah, tell us about Starship Simulator.
Yeah. Where you build like starships. Like Trekkie ships. Starship. Because I do love to be a Trekkie. And I need to top up my account because I ain't got enough money in it now. It's your fault. Damn you. My job. Take it among us.
Yeah, Starship Simulator. So to be announced. So it's not.
Yeah, I've had it in my.
The demo's available.
A long time.
Yeah, the demo's available.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, there is a demo.
Oh yeah, there is. Right, okay, download. That's a library.
Is this the one that came out a couple of years ago when there was Next Fest? It might have been one on the Next Fest thing. I'm not sure. There was something similar to this on Next Fest. A couple of, because Steam does like there's always a winter Next Fest. Usually seasonal, isn't it? Summer Next Fest. And then they always do a load of demos, and it's literally, I think I tried something similar to this. Oh, it might be worth that's 140. Oh, there you go.
What? Did you just say 140 quid?
No, 114. I was about to say 100. My wish list gets increasing. This is what I was saying to Kate earlier about wish listing stuff, and then it just keeps on getting like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I never end up going back to it because I forget. And then it's released, and then they're like, this game's come out.
Going back to this.
But then I never have enough money to get it.
Yeah, I know. The original demo for this Starship Simulator came out in 2023, so I'm not holding my hopes out on it coming out soon. But I've had it in my wish list for about a year now.
It does say to be announced, so yeah.
Yeah. I just want it so bad. Probably won't get a chance to play it, but I want it.
B is telling us to check out a game called Pragmata, which I'm just loading up on Steam. Yeah, it looks like a science fiction action adventure game with a hacking twist. So it looks like it's. Oh, okay. Looks kind of similar to the concept of the film Megan, as in like android companions.
Yes. Again, it's
what's the game to do with Detroit? Call Me Human.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one,
whatever it was.
Detroit. Something.
Yeah. So it looks like
Become Human. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. So it looks like this game Pragmata. You are a man called Hugh, and you have an android companion, Diana, and you must work together to make your way through the cold lunar research station. It's not yet available on Steam, but planned release date 2026.
Yeah.
So not much more information than that. If you're interested in action adventure, science fiction-y shit, check it out.
Well, that's just increased it. That's just increased my wish list even more so than it was before. And that's what this podcast does. It just gives me a wish list so bloody long. But yeah, there's some good games, and obviously we've had to catch up on a lot of content over last few months since the last episode. But yeah, there's a lot there to go on. And
how much do I need?
How much do I need? Oh no, can I afford it?
Yeah.
Mums is now
No.
buying games she can't afford.
I am
but
sure.
will.
No, I can't afford them. I just got to find my money. Find my money. Yeah. It's hard work. Do I buy more or do I? Well, because I'm topping up my account. Do I put more money in the account or do I just put enough in to buy the games?
I
that's
would
the
say
question.
what is like if you don't do a lot, then what would be your average spend, and then sort of just add
0.
Well, then
That's my average
like
spend.
if your average spend
want
is
the
0,
games.
adding a tenner is like nothing, is it?
No, it's not. But the shame was because it costs more than that because I've got 3 games in there. Still your fault, Steve. Still your fault.
It is my.
Yes,
I know.
it's your fault. It's your fault. But carry on. It's okay.
So, I feel like we've talked as much as we're going to talk about games that we want in the future, because if we go down everyone's wish list, we're going to be here for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've got a question to ask everybody. Would you like to play a game?
Do you know? I thought you never ask.
Woohoo!
Is it? And isn't it? Isn't it? And isn't it? A porn game?
Steve's wonderful little jingle there.
Brilliant.
So, if you haven't seen this section of podcast before, first of all, what the hell have you been doing? Because we've done it the past couple of times. But regardless, this is it or isn't it a porn game? Now, this game originated as a little gimmick between me and my husband, Mr. Bingley, who would present me with 3 different games and ask me which one sounded the most like a porn game. So I've got 3 levels of 3 different games for you, where you, Mr. Steve and Mumsy and everyone in chat has to guess which game is the porn. Now, each of these groups are themed. So the first group all contain the word valley. So I'm going to copy these game names into Twitch chat. I'll read them out and then I'll send them. So you've got Everdream Valley, Spirit Valley, and Awkward Valley. One of these 3 games is a porn game.
Right. Okay. Cast your votes now.
Got 1 vote for Awkward Valley.
Okay. Should I do my answer in chat or
Whatever you like.
I'm going to say the first one, Everdream.
Got 1 vote for Everdream, 1 vote for Spirit. Is there anyone else wanting to give a vote?
Army thinks that dream thing's a clue. So you never know.
Okie dokie, looks like that's everyone. I can tell you that the porn game group is Spirit Valley.
No.
So 1 point to Mr. Steve.
Yes.
Somehow Awkward Valley is not a porn game. It's just a game about social anxiety.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
well.
Let's do.
Yeah. So, second round. Now, this one does have 1 game which is a bit of a dead giveaway, but I thought I'd include it anyway. And these are all monster related. So you've got Project Werewolf, Vampire Therapy, or Fairy Tale.
Therapy. Got to be therapy.
Got 1 vote for Therapy.
Okay.
2 votes for Fairy Tale. B, Steve, very clearly you guys do not watch anime. I can reveal that the sex game out of these 3 is Project Werewolf. Fairy Tale is the name of an anime that they've made a game on Steam related to. Now, what I will say is Vampire Therapy is not a sex game, but you play as a therapist to vampires, and it has been added to my wish list because it actually looks really fucking fun. So I will hopefully have an update on that one soon. Maybe for the next podcast, who knows? Where I can tell you what it's like to be a therapist.
I might add it after we've done the games. That way, I'm not at least looking. So I'm going to try and play fair at least.
Yep. Right. So last round. This one is a little bit different. So we've got 3 games here that contain the word horror. One of them is a porn game, but only one out of the 3 is a horror game as well. So you have to guess the porn game and guess the horror game. So you've got Horror Veil, Fear and Horror, or Horror Legends. Now, I've put all of those into chat with commas between them. Only one of these is a horror game, and only one of them is a sex game. Can you determine which is which?
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got some votes for 2. Is that for the porn game or the horror game?
I think.
Or for both, if you think it's both.
Oh, okay.
So B thinks Fear and Horror is the porn game.
Yeah, I think.
B, do you have any vote on which one's the horror game?
I'm thinking Legends is a horror game.
Okay, you think Horror Legends is a horror game?
I mean, I went Fear and Horror, so I voted for 2.
I think
B
Horror
thinks that
Veil is
Horror
the porn
Veil.
game.
Ah, okay, bit of a split. So, Steve, which one do you think's the horror game? Or do you think it's Fear and Horror?
Oh, I think it's Fear and Horror.
Okay, so in that case, we've got 2 votes for Horror Veil. One is the porn game, one is the horror game.
Yep.
2 votes for Fear and Horror. Sorry, technically 3 votes for Fear and Horror. 2 is the porn game, 1 is the horror game. And 2 votes for Horror Legends, 1 as the horror game, 1 as the porn game. So, Horror Veil is neither a horror game nor a porn game. Fear and Horror is a porn game, but not a horror game. And Horror Legends is just a bog standard horror game.
What?
I got one right.
I can see Steve looking really confused there. I can tell you, I saw those 3 on Steam and I was like, what the f***?
Right?
He's not looking confused. He's looking to add them to his wish list.
So, yeah, can we get
Yes.
a repeat of the answer?
So, Fear and Horror is the porn game. Horror Legends is the horror game.
Right. So who got the points?
So, Mr. Steve got 1 point
Yes.
and B got 1 point.
Excuse me, I got 1 point.
I can't remember what your answer was. What was it?
I had Legends for horror.
Oh, okay. And Mumsy gets a point
And
as well.
I said Val was the porn.
And you said Veil was the
It's
porn
not.
game.
So
Yeah.
this week's
but it
winner is
wasn't.
me. With 2 points.
Oh, Mr. Steve, you know your porn games.
I do. Apparently not my horror, which is what I was always famous for. Well, there you go. I guess we live and learn.
So now we're all confused about what the word horror means, and my Steam account is corrupted.
Again.
Again.
I mean, you've had enough time for it to be fixed a little bit, but no.
Yeah, nope. Right back to where we started.
Yeah.
Sex with Hitler came up at least 3 times.
Yeah. And on 3 separate occasions, it was 1, 2, and 3 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sequels.
And then the 4th time it was sex with Stalin, which, mixing it up a little bit.
Just
Wow.
was that the prequel or?
No, it's the sequel.
It was.
It's an entire franchise now, Steve.
Oh wow! Yes. So, thanks, Kate, for that. For that.
Cheers.
That round of.
Is it? And isn't it? Isn't it? And isn't it? A porn game?
I love it. I love it. Well, of course I do. I made it. Oh, I love that. Well, we will definitely have more of that in our next episode. As and when that is, I don't know. Hopefully sooner than it has been. But, that's part and parcel of like doing this and trying to do it on a day where people are available. Obviously, it's more going to be around about a weekend. I can hopefully say that it should be a little bit closer to today's date, because I do believe I have some time off in August, and as we're getting towards the end of July, that's not that far away. So hopefully I've got at least another episode coming up fairly soon, like much more sooner than it has been recently. So yeah, that's definitely something that works. Anyway, that's for the future. Back to today. I'd just like to ask if there's anything that is, you know, anything we want to discuss. Now is the time, sort of before we wind, because I'm guessing we're getting close to actually winding up now, which is
Early.
it's been more than 90 minutes, which is what our last episode was. It was episode 90, and we aimed for 90 minutes exactly. So that was so it tied in very nicely. So yeah, Mumsy, do you have any last things that you wanted to add, or no?
Live long and prosper.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Live long and prosper. I love it.
I don't really have anything to say.
Right, so then we may also just do some socials then, sort of, if you know, if there's anyone wants to advertise themselves and say that, you know, if you're as a streamer if you're available. I guess, Mumsy, you did say at the start you don't really stream as much anymore.
No, not anymore. I mean, that is my stream name on the screen.
Yes.
If you want to follow me. I will probably stream again at some point. When it'll be, I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. It's just random. I don't have a schedule. It's as and when.
That being said, check out Mumsy's TikTok, because she does post a lot of clips of games on there, and the best moments are generally documented.
Isn't my name.
Well, what is your TikTok name, Mumsy?
My TikTok name is just one Cornetto, as in just. One is in the Spanish name for John, Juan, Cornetto. It's a play on words. That's pretty much it. And all the videos are on there of Kate killing me, or me dying, or screaming, or all three at the same time.
It's very entertaining, then.
Well, I don't know. If you find killing me entertaining, that's fine, which I think you do.
I do. I think it's safe to say I do.
You do, yeah. But yeah, that's it, really. I just posted my Paz deaths on there.
All right. Okay, then. Yeah, I think so. Then that's where we can find you. Is more over on TikTok than over on Twitch at the moment. Kate, do you have any games?
Yeah, I mean,
play or streams that you want to talk about before we?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be continuing with my Stardew streams. There are not so much every Sunday now, just because, I mean, it's a busy life, isn't it? And I can't always commit to every Sunday, but I do try. I need to finish It Takes Two. Me and Also Lonely started playing that, and abusing each other was funny as hell. So we're probably going to finish that off at some point. Other than that, just keep watching, because I'll be doing something.
Yeah, I must admit, for any time I've been able to catch you guys play that, it has been very interesting and very fun, very funny, very funny to see. Like, I think to do that game, I think you was either going to be the best or the worst mashup.
Oh yeah.
That. So yeah,
and we were well aware of that before we started.
Yeah, so that's very well done on that. Yeah, and like, I think again, I was just going to echo really what you said about being busy lives. I generally would normally have I try to stick to like having a Monday and a Thursday as a streaming day, but ultimately it's kind of sporadic as to when I can be available. Moving forward, I hope that's going to settle down, but right now it's looking like busy times ahead. So yeah, just keep an eye out, as to when I'm available. We'll continue as and when, again, with those streaming dates being obviously the weekly Phasmo stuff, and we are now decided that I think Fortnite is definitely my second go-to game. But that may change. But you never know. That's all part and parcel of like doing streams and as and when you can, and what the mood takes you. But obviously, Peak is still going to be something that I'm very much interested in getting back into, and any other kind of type co-op game, whether it is along the lines of either 2 players or a 4-player or multiple. But that's going to be me. Always check out the you can always check out the the podcast over on any of the usual platforms where you find the podcast itself. Ultimately, it's pretty big on obviously Spotify and anywhere else that you can find it. But yeah, that's most of the podcast platforms. I always put the description as to where you can find me and Kate. Links are always there, and obviously with our guest as well, we're at links to Mumsy's TikTok page as well, so you can check that out as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for this episode. Hopefully we haven't bored you too much, and then you've stuck with us till the end. Don't forget, it's a podcast, so you can listen to it anytime you want. You can listen to it wherever you're going, whether it's on the bus, on the train, in the car. Maybe you take it
About
down.
to say on the toilet.
Anywhere you want to listen to it, you can just literally use your smart speakers as to whatever platform you use to listen to our podcast on. And you should be able to find us there. It is the Bits and Pieces Gaming Podcast. And I emphasize the word gaming because there was a Bits and Pieces podcast available. And when I first started way back, I started during lockdown. So however long that's been now. And we may only have a few episodes, but that's part of us having a busy lives, We don't do this full time because if we did, we'd probably be in our hundreds by now. Because I love doing them, I just don't have time to always put them together. So, one last time, thank you very much to Kate for being with me again this week on this episode, and thank you very much, Mumsy, for being our guest.
You're welcome.
Been a pleasure having you on the show. It's been great. Often we see you in chat. Now we're actually hearing you. Like again, we do hear you on Phasma and stuff, but
everyone hears me.
In terms of the podcast, it's the first time we're actually hearing you live. So yeah, thank you very much for coming in and sharing your thoughts over on the Phasma stuff. I will look forward to playing with you guys soon in any of the games that we play. But for now, thank you very much, chat, as well, for sticking with us. But that's all we've got time for. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks very much for watching if you were watching live. Until the next time we see you, take care, everybody.
Bye.
And until the next time. I think I said take the next. I think I've said that about 3 times now.
Bye.
Bye. See you later. Bye-bye.